Hey, what's going on, people? It's J.Good of Str8OutDaDen.com. That's STR the number 8 OUTDADEN on Twitter. And today we got a special guest, man. I'm talking with Drique London. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Once again, thanks again for calling in. We do appreciate it. You know, I first came across your music, man. I saw the Change video. And, you know, when I saw it, you know, I really just sat down and processed the record. And you know, I was thinking about it like in the verses, man, like, you know, the first verse, you kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but it felt like you were talking about your mom, like you had lost your mom at an early age. And, yeah, definitely. And you know, and when I saw that, it just reminded me of like, you know, just an artist who's being personable with the audience. You know what I mean? So when I saw that, I really had to sit down and talk with you. And I, like I said, I appreciate you calling in, man. You know, the first question I want to ask you is just that song Change. Like, what inspired that record?
Just a lot of issues I had growing up as a kid, and finally growing up and realizing what I did wrong, and that the people who I did wrong and wasn't the person they wanted me to be is no longer here around me no more. So I just wanted to tell them how much I changed. Like, if I ever see your face one day, I just hope you notice my change before anything.
Gotcha. Now, being from Raleigh, North Carolina, man, like, you know, recently I've noticed that the North Carolina scene has starting to get more of a popularity, if you would say, you know, with J. Cole and things like that. But, you know, me, I've been a fan of North Carolina MCs for a minute. Like Little Brother, man, you know, I was listening to their music for a while. And, you know, even though they were still kind of considered an underground scene, you know, with them and Ninth Wonder. But, you know, how is the scene out there now, is particularly in Raleigh, you know, as far as MCing is going?
It's growing, man. We got a lot of people. Right now, it's at a point where it's never been, and I'm really proud of it. We got a lot of talent coming out, and in the future, it's gonna be a great place to be.
Dope. Now the project, I did have a chance to sit down and digest the whole project, man. The Peyton and Kemp. Dude, I just want to say thank you for the project. You know what I mean? Because I heard records on there that you and Unique, man, y'all have a very, you know, no pun intended, but a unique sound together. You guys really work well together, man. And
appreciate that.
No doubt, man. And the music shows. Like one of my favorite records. Well, before I get on my favorite record, the idea behind Peyton and Kemp, like what I get from it, and maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I really just kind of dumbed it down and was just like, you know, you guys are like the new duo, you know what I mean? Like Peyton and Kemp, how, you know, similar to how they were with the Sonic. But that's just what I was thinking. Like, what was the reason behind the title of the name of the project?
Well, Peyton and Kemp, we were just, like you said, duos, man. We're just thinking of some cool, underrated duos, and we felt like those two were some guys who was dope, like, and real underrated. So that's how we consider ourselves. Okay,
cool, man. Now, my favorite record on the project, this is really the real reason why I called you, or you know, why I wanted to talk with you. Son of a Hustler, man. That record, it is amazing, bro. Like, I listened to the record, man, no problem at all, man. I listened to the record, dude, the picture that you painted on that record, for somebody like, and you know, I'm talking, you don't even have to be going through a situation like that, man, but you painted the picture to the point where all I want to see now is some visuals for it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are planning to do anything for it, but that's my favorite record, man. The whole project, just how you on that, you know, just chose to give your perspective of your father. You know what I mean? Like, seeing how you saw him. Because, you know, I think a lot of times in hip hop, you know, we always hear, we hear about the father not really being present. You know what I mean? But somebody like you, on that record, you chose to say, like, yeah, my father was present for the time, and this is what I saw. You know what I mean? And just interpret that as a kid. Like, that record, I felt it was a personal record. Is that something that, you know, you wanted to share with your fans on that record?
Yeah, the record's personal, man. It's true stories about the record. But when I recorded a record, I had a few people tell me, man, you know, don't do that. You're saying too much. Don't do it. But I just wanted my listeners to understand, you know, if your family's a hustler, like in either type of way, take their mind and not their actions. Like, you know, take it street smart. You can survive. If your mother, you know, you watch her work 3 jobs and make money in different kind of ways, you follow that as an adult. You don't have to be an actual drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? You can just take their mind and survive on that.
Dope, man. I think the message, at least for me, the message was received, man. Like, you know, and I appreciate that. Like me, I'm a hip hop head, dude. And whenever I can come across artists that, number one, tell truth in their records, number two, just is personable. You know what I mean? I love that word in hip hop, man, because I feel like a lot of times now people don't know you. You know what I mean? Like I can listen to your record and don't know anything about you. I know everything about the stuff that you're trying to, you know, do or the money and all that, but I want to know you as a person. And I feel with you, man, especially with this project, I got to know a little bit about you. You know what I mean? Like moving forward, is there anything else that we can be in the lookout? I know I heard about the return of Malice. I don't know if that's a project that's finished, or you know, is that something that you still working on?
Return of Malice still in the works, man. That's actually my second album. You know, I put out my first official album in 2011. It was called The Manual. Okay. So this is just, you know, a better, more advanced version of that, man. It's gonna be real incredible. I'm trying new sounds. You know, taking it to another place. You know what I'm saying? Just stemming off Payne and Kim, taking it to a new place.
Dope. Now, what's the meaning behind the title?
Return of Malice?
Yeah.
It's just me returning to that place. You know, that I'm just returning to that place where I'm trying to take over. So I'm returning to Malice to cause havoc and return that. It's just to take over.
Gotcha. No, once again, this is J.Good of Str8OutDaDen.com. We're speaking right now with Drique London, and we talked about, you know, number one, the Payne and Kim EP that really you can listen to non-stop from, you know, top to bottom. It's a dope project, man. Like how long did it take you guys to work on that?
Actually, man, I was working on 2 projects at the same time with that project. It took about 4 or 5 months. I was in the process of recording my project Gordy and which came out that August before that tape with DJ Samaj out of Seattle. And Unique had came over, played a few beats, and from then I was like, yo, man, we have to do it. We have to do a project. So I was just working on both. But it came out pretty cool.
Dope, man, dope. We're gonna try to get into some of the Twitter questions shortly. Just to see if anybody had anything that they wanted to ask you in particular. I did have another thing to ask. Like, is there on the Return to Malice project, is that going to be another joint project with a producer, or are you using, you know, different producers on that?
We're using a couple different producers, but one of the in-house producers at, you know, DLC Music Group, which is the label that we're running with. His name is Majestic. He's got the majority of the project, and we're gonna have a lot. You know, Unique probably be up there. We have a few other producers that's gonna be on the project. Okay,
any of them that we can name?
Not right now, man.
Okay.
Once we get everything done, I definitely let people know.
All right, cool, no problem at all, man. You know, I think you have a unique approach to music, man. Like, number one is I think you have a lot of balance. Like there's not many MCs that can give you the storytelling, but also give you, you know, kind of not necessarily commercial, but records that, you know, can be played anywhere. Like what is your writing style when it comes to trying to create music?
I don't know. I just say what I feel, what's on my mind. That's pretty much it. You know, yeah. I listen to the beat and whatever comes to me, man, I just jot it down. You know, it may take a couple times. We might write it over a couple times, but once I get it right, then, you know, it's pretty much it. Just honesty and just finding that place where I can just be honest with my people, just connect with them.
Dope. Now, are there any shows coming up for you? Anything like that?
Well, actually, man, I have one tonight.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I got one tonight, man, in Durham, North Carolina, so that's going to be pretty cool. And right now, I'm just pretty much recording, man. I'm going to have a few shows, you know, on the site and everything coming up soon, but right now we're just recording and just creating a sound for the new project.
Dope.
And shooting visuals on stage and camp, you know, just working pretty much.
Okay, cool. How can people reach you?
You know, Twitter, @Drique London, DRIQUE, LONDON. my blog, DriqueLondon.blogspot, DriqueLondon.com, just Facebook, Drique London.
Everything Drique London, then, pretty much, right?
Everything Drique London. Instagram, official Drique London,
Yeah, that's the best way to be, man. I say that with any artist, dude. Keep it uniform, dude. Like, put one thing and have it across the board. Like, basically, type in my name and you'll find me. Before we get out of here, once again, it's J.Good at Str8OutDaDen.com. I'm on the line with Drique London. It's something that we ask each artist to do at the end of our interviews, man. And it's totally up to you. You're not obligated. But we ask if you can leave us with a couple of bars, man. It can be it can be written, it can be a freestyle, whatever you want to do.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Then somebody who do it better than London. In a room full of G's, I stand alone. Never speak out in public, so I play him low. Put him in my proximity, baby, breathing slow. Keep him below, cause homie, I'm with whatever. Too cool to even sweater. My endeavors, look at the shutters, making it better. A level you gotta look up, homie, I'm way too clever. I'm the captain of my team, just make sure my letterman's leather. I've been doing it since my father released Stiver. That's pretty much it, man. We're gonna leave it like that.
Hey, that's
download page, camp.
That's enough. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. Go ahead and say it again.
It's cool. The download page in camp, man. The manual coming. Manual's out now. Return to Malice coming soon.
Dope. And
look out for that, man.
Give us that Twitter one more time, bro.
At Drique London, DriqueLondon.
All right, cool, man. Once again, it's J.Good at Str8OutDaDen. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at STR8OUTDADEN. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Do all of that. Just visit the site and check us out for more artists like Drique London, man. Hey, I appreciate your time, bro.
No problem, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for reaching out, man. Thanks for support.
Hey, no problem.
And I'll keep you updated with new music, man.
Yes, sir.